So I want to talk about online dating and how I feel that it's creating false expectations for what you're going to end up with, for who you're going to end up with. So as a matchmaker, I get feedback, okay? I go out and find and approach potential matches to my clients, and sometimes I get told no, but when I get told yes, I'm taking that as this guy is seriously considering this woman as a marriage prospect, okay? Because the reality is most men want to find a wife, yeah. Subject to popular belief that men don't want to settle down, they don't want to commit. That's one of the biggest lies that's out there. Men don't want to compromise on the things that they know are important, okay? They want, what they want is actually quite simple, okay? They want a highly feminine woman who will complement them in their masculinity. This is something that I'm helping women with right now, is getting them more balanced into their feminine. Because what is happening right now is women are working in competitive environments with men, in male-dominated environments, and they are competing with men all the time at work, and they sometimes don't know how to switch out and in to the feminine when they're dating. They're approaching it in the same way, with the same energy. They get some results with work, with career, that gets them the job promotion, that gets them the pay increase, but it doesn't get them results with men. But the thing is, I have been having conversations with clients, and recently I've been stepping outside of just matching them to people that I have found in my network. Because as a modern matchmaker, I understand that dating apps have more men available than I do. I make no secret of this. I don't try to claim to have the most men and all the good men. I believe good men and women are out there everywhere, and you can find good and bad in any environment. But the online is where there are more opportunities, okay? But often we don't know how to find those opportunities or how to attract those opportunities. So I help women to, you know, rewrite their profile and, you know, pick up on things that I feel are actually a turn off for men, and help them to have a turned on profile that's going to get the right kind of attention, right? In how they're presenting themselves and how they're communicating from the very start. So, but what I'm finding is going online, and women that are coming to me after being online often having these ideas about what I'm supposed to then find for them. So for example, you know, I have women that will say to me, well, these men that you're sending me are not hot enough, because online I'm getting these really hot guys that are matching with me. And they're taking this as this is what is available to them. This is what they can get. But the reason they believe that it's not happening is because they don't have the time and energy to invest in trying to get to know this guy online. Because women have questions, right? They're not just going to see a guy, even if he looks great, that's not enough. They're going to want to know all the questions like, you know, does he own his own home? What does he do for work? How well educated is he? Does he have children? Has he been married before? Does he want a long-term relationship? They have all these questions, and men are not putting that online. Often they're not really putting much at all. But here's the difference between how men and women online date, from what I can see. Men will just collect the matches and just swipe to every woman that looks okay, yeah, and then when he's got all of his matches that he can have an ego about, that he's got this many women that actually like him, he will then be selective in who he decides to pursue out of that list. The likelihood is, ladies, if you haven't received a message, I'm afraid you haven't made it to the next stage. But you're thinking, because you've matched with this guy, oh, it's something that you've got to say, you know, but you can't be bothered. No, honey. If he was really, really into you from your profile and he'd shortlisted you out of all the matches he's gathered, he would have sent you a message, best believe. And he wouldn't just send you a hi, half, like, he will make an effort, okay, to pursue you. So this is what I'm saying, right? Just because you've matched with a guy online that's hot and looks good, don't take that as, well, actually, yeah, I'm getting these kind of matches, so these are the type of men that are approaching me. No, they're not approaching you. They're matching with you. You're in that list, but you probably haven't made the cut to who gets the message, who gets pursued. You're just in there. So you have to see who is pursuing you. That's the standard. That's the standard you can date. Who you're getting pursued by. Don't look at what's out there and think, well, I can get a guy like that because I'm successful and I'm smart and I think I'm, you know, not half bad looking. These men have options, okay, and they are not going to, they don't have a lot of time too. These are busy, successful men. These men that you like are usually what we call high value and, you know, got a lot going on career wise and everything else. So they don't have time to message every single woman that's they've matched with. They will only message the ones who they really like the look of. And if you message them, you might get a response, because guess what? It's still an ego thing. But the likelihood is he's not going to ask you out. Or if he does then get you out and may even get you into bed, but you're probably going to find you're going to be chasing this guy. He's not going to pursue you, and it doesn't feel good. Okay? It feels good to be pursued, to be on the receiving end of a man's attention, a man who you admire and you like. But don't get it twisted. Don't think because you've got a match online that it means that it counts for anything, because they don't use the app like that. They don't go through the app analyzing the profiles before they decide yes, like we do. Okay? They're thinking differently. The selection process for them starts after they've got everything, and then they whittle it down. But for us, we're like, no. Oh yes, I really like him because he's got a good job, he's this tall, and you get all excited before you've even, you know. Men don't invest it like that. They don't invest from the get-go. The investment starts later. Okay, so that's just what I wanted to share today, that it's creating false expectations, and you need to understand what these men are looking for as well. I think this is the problem, is that you know what you're looking for. A lot of women know very well what they want, but have you stopped to ask yourself the question, what is a man like that looking for? Okay, the question is, oh, are you looking for a long-term relationship? No, that's not the question. That's not the real question you need to know. In fact, most men are not actually actively saying, oh, I need to find a long-term girlfriend. You know what happens? They get into a relationship when a woman gets them hooked. that's when they take themselves out the market, because suddenly there's this woman that they feel like they can't live without. Like, they need this woman. Okay, that's when they decide. But they're not like, I need to find a long-term woman. I'm just on this. I'm only looking for someone who's looking for long-term like me. No, they literally want a woman that can be fun to be around. They can enjoy her energy. And you know what? Yeah, they're ready to put their investment down if she's showing him everything that they're looking for, right? So that's all I'm going to say for today. I'll be back with another video soon.